All right, welcome everybody again. And today I'm making my cakes for the holidays. Making my black cake and sponge cake. All right. So for the sugar, it's like I'm gonna put it up. It's not like it has to be exact, right? I'm making 2 portions of black cake. That means it's gonna fit in 6 pans. So for one pound cake, because you know when you mix a pound of cake, you don't really get 1 pan unless it's a big pan. You get like 2. So I'm using, this is 1 cup of sugar. I'm just measuring for, somebody might not understand how to. Somebody might need some help making it. But for me, I average. I don't want too much of sugar. I don't want it too sweet because, so I have 2 cups of sugar because it has I got this plum and the raisins. And so then it's usually a 4-ounce butter to 2 ounces sugar. You put like less sugar to the butter. So I can average the butter. You can get a bowl. A 4-ounce will be 2 of these. It should be 2 of these. Two to 3. But I'm making, this is for a 1 pound cake. But I'm making, like I say, 5 pans of cake, right? So I'm just measuring it out for somebody. So I would say 3 cups of butter if you have the butter like this. But where I'm from, we have the butter selling in a small butter container, and we know one of the butter container, I think it weighs like, I can't remember how much grams, but we just take one and we mix it with the sugar, 2 cups of sugar or 2 ounces of sugar, and we or you put less sugar, and then we know that that is a 4-ounce, right? So see, I have the butter, so I'll need more because like I said, I'm mixing my black cake and sponge cake together. That's how much cups? 4 cups. Right? So I won't be needing this because this was just a show. 5, 6, 7, 8 spoon. I'll put the ingredients up because I'm making a lot of cakes, right? So I'll need some more sugar and then I'll start creaming it. Well, usually this butter, I don't like it too sweet. This butter doesn't take a lot of creaming because it's already soft. But we have the margarine that is tough. It's like firm. So I'll just go ahead now and mix this in. Sure, you have an extra extension plug? Okay. I need an extension plug because the thing, I can't get it. I need to plug this in somewhere closer. It seems like the sugar has melted. Well, I don't feel this is enough for me. I still want more. Okay, maybe I'll just mix the sponge cake by itself. Alright, so now I'll get the eggs. I'll go with 6 eggs. So I have the eggs. So what we do, like our teacher taught us at Carnegie, you break one egg at a time because sometimes it might be rotten. Then you got a whole cake smelling. So you break one egg at a time. Throw it in. I know it's time consuming, right? Put it in this one. And that's the reason why I don't like cooking. It's because of all this time that it takes. 6 eggs. Because you use 4 to, yeah, some people use 4 to 5, 4 to 6 eggs for the 1 pound cake. Right, so you can see that all the eggs are good. All right, so I just wash my hands. All right. I go mix this in now. use my right arms a lot. Alright, so next what I do, and I learned at Carnegie, they had a crash course. You don't ever put baking powder in your black cake. I don't know if some people do it. So now I'll go mix my fruits. I hope that this is enough and I don't have to mix more, because I really want about 5 pounds, because you know when you make cake, Christmas time will happen, right? Somehow it just tastes. So this is 1 pack of raisin, 1 pack of plums. I have a mixed nut, but I'm not using nuts because I'm allergic. And I was allergic since in Guyana, you know. When I was younger, I wasn't allergic to anything. But when I made my kids, I don't know what happened. So it's a lot of different food. I can't eat a lot of stuff. I don't know. And this will give the cake some darkness too. This is dark. I cut it up, you know. Some people you can blend it more fine if you want. Right? Everybody has their own style and way how they want to do. It's like going to somewhere. They have many different avenues and ways to get to your destination. Some people can take the longer route, some people can take the shorter route. So now I'm going with the orange peel. Where is this grater? Grater, where you there? And forget to buy the essence again. So this orange, this is a tangerine. We wash it. We want the zest. You could use a lime. You could use orange. Right? So I gotta get the other grate. This is so soft. It's hardly taking it. You don't know when your girl unable to hear all the grate in this. Alright, don't wipe it off. The skin kind of soft. And smell it, smelling real nice. What you gonna do? This is a nice one. It's warm. This helps with, this gives flavor too. I guess it gives flavor into the rankness. See when you taste this in sponge cake. Oh Lord. Well, I can't really use my right hand a lot because injuries. Alright, so now I'll go with the flour. So 4-ounce flour, or 1 pound of flour, half pound flour, what is called it? 1 pound? Well, 1 pound is thick here. 2 cups flour. But I'll get the right thing. This is just me averaging, right? I don't want to say things and then sift it. Somebody gonna come in it. But you make it like firm, not too firm, not too. Tuxedo. If you're counting with me, 3. Right? Lumps. I got the Jamaican browning or brown sugar. I'm gonna put half a cup, 3/4 cup, because half cup. And you know what? I ain't even going to buy. I ain't buy cashew yet, so I think I'm gonna make my own. You can make your own cashew, you know. And I like to put some milk to make it a little moist. So I'm gonna get this milk. I like to put milk. And I know this video funny as hell. Look, this is all the milk. Milk gone to the milk factory. I got some little water for this one. I'll put it in washing here. Scrape this all for us. So like I said, I learned not to put baking powder. So that we're going in with some rum. Some people put rum, red brandy, wine. This is some, you remember? It was some kind of wine. But it looked like a red wine. I don't want too much because your girl alone is not a drinker. 1 sip of alcohol and I gone to bed. You know, I just put it in because it just bring back the memory of, remind you of Christmas and the nice Christmassy feeling and taste. And snow falling, so it's gonna be a white Christmas. Alright, so hoping I forget something to add. hands get very quick because I tell you the injury with the hand problem, the little injury. So the hand is, you have to stop. It might look black, you know, but it's black. You know me, I like it too black. When I was small, I didn't like black cake, you know. Because to me, I think my grandmother used to make it too rank. I used to smell it. It used to be too rank, so I didn't really like it. But then, when I go to weddings and some people give me black cake, I would just actually give somebody else it to eat because it's so much I hate it. Serious. But then, I got bigger and I went to Carnegie because I didn't use this. I don't know what's the big deal with this black cake. But then when I started to learn to make it, nobody could stop me. So if you like me on a cherry and all that, you don't have to fancy up yourself if you use what you have, you know. I could get cherry, but I just don't like them. It's too extra sweet to me, you know. Right, so we have our mixture here. And it looks like chocolate cake, right? So I'm gonna take a little taste. Yeah, which one is the orange? That's I like tasting it. I like the orangey. I like the orange. Whatever this tastes nice. You put orange peel in pepper pot. You don't go too deep to the white. To say don't go to the white because the white is you're gonna get it better. You're gonna taste better. So you barely do the top. Yeah, I want a whole lot because I like taste it. I need to taste it. Okay, we're all set with you. And I'll just mix this in now. And should be all set. And this is my fruit cake. This is the way I learned it. Sorry, black cake. This is the way I learned it. And you know, you're not supposed to hit the spoon, you know, and shake the pan up, like hit the pan, you know, something you put a cake in and you hit the spoon on the pan. Yeah. One more mixing and then this goes to All right, let me get the pans and start. So now, if you don't want to wash pan after, you put foil paper or parchment paper. It's nice when you're making cake, but trust me, when it's time to clean up, nobody need it. Alright, I think this should fit in spray food release organic. This I'm gonna put in file paper because be careful when you have pans like these. I bought these pans at the thrift store, right? But you see when they have these scratching marks and you could see a different color of the pan. Some of those are metals, like they leak into the food and you eat it. See, this don't have on this. So for this, I'm gonna put the other one is the same thing, but you could tell it's a brand name candle. It's from Nordic, made in the USA, Nordic wear. But at the bottom you can see it's a lot of scratch and stuff. Nice sturdy pans, but for precaution's sake, I put this on or use the parchment paper. Alright. I just hoping that they stick in, you know. Okay, time to dip the cake out. This is the same one. And you fill the pan halfway, about halfway, because you gotta give it space to rise. Right. Okay, my hands clean. So. 2, 3. And I don't like cooking, you know, but take too long, but when I have to cook, I cook. I don't like cooking. When the children were smaller, yeah, I had to, but to me it takes a lot of time, and I rather craft. That is very nicer to me. Right. Okay, so I will mix the sponge cake, a different more mixture for the sponge cake. Look like chocolate cake, right? They say you don't hit this down on the pan because, you know, even when you're mixing it, the teacher said, like, you know, you do your own thing here, but you gotta mix it in a certain direction. I think you go around one way. If you're going to mixing it like to the right, you keep like that. You don't just mix it up. But, you know, there's so much stuff. Sometimes you don't even remember all them things. All right, so let's see how much more we can get. Try to level it. So it bake it one. I mean, so for when it bake, that it won't be like one side high, one side low. But you know, doing cake decorating class, you learn that if a cake come high and low, you just cut off the top that's too high and you level it. You know, there's so much stuff you could do. You could repair back a cake. You could add to cake. Right. And the reason why I put this foil pan, like I said, the pan is scraped up at the bottom, and the liquid, the elements, the chemicals, they leak into your food. So sometimes when you think you'll be taking precaution, you'll be eating a lot of things that you're not supposed to. All right, so this is it. And I'm going to put this in the oven. Well, I'm not going to start baking it because I want everything to bake together. So I'll be back with the sponge cake mixture. Thank you, and I hope you try this simple way how I was learned to make black cake, how I was taught to make black cake, and you try it. I'll put the ingredients up. Usually, like when you're making stuff and they have one way that you like for a 1 pound cake, they have the measurements for a 1 pound cake. To make a 2 pound or a 3 pound, you just keep adding more ingredients, you know, the same amount, you keep adding. So that's why I'm able to average now. Yeah. Guyanese, not every Guyanese, but you know, sometimes we like to average. All right. Thank you. Bye.